and welcome back to a new part of the stable renovation. My name is Vanessa from Wild Woman Bushcraft, and in the last videos here at the barn you can see how far we are now. I created the stable, I created the paddock, and today is on my plan the fence, water resource and food camber. Water was a huge problem because it didn't go out as I planned, so I have to find a new solution, but see yourself. Let's go and come with me. The stable is nearly ready, but it looks a little bit chaotic because all of my tools are actually inside here, because if it would rain that everything stayed dry. But rain is a good point because we had no rain over the last weeks, but I have grass seed around for a perfect meadow for the horses, but without rain the grass will not grow, and because of this I have to water the grass, the meadow, for the last weeks. I'm so happy that I have almost all the equipment there what I need. What is still missing is hay and special food for the horses. Everything else is there. So this here was originally from my sheep. I bought it used last year for a very good price. The previous owner had donkeys, but they only have them for a very short time, and because of this is something, it's like new. And I don't have to buy so much stuff for the electric fence. I thought a lot about the right fence because there are so many different possibilities. Metal string or cord with metal strings inside, or this metal bandages. And I choose this one because they are better visible for the horses, and they are stronger with the electricity, and I just want that the horses stay inside and don't run away, because to my place here it could be very dangerous if they run away because of the traffic. And so this year I hope it is the best solution. The nettles are my biggest problem here actually, because they're growing everywhere, and I just tried to remove them in the past few weeks. I also dig out their roots, but I'm not finished everywhere, and they are also regrown. So I found a new solution to bring them away, but I'm not sure if it works for a longer time. But yeah, check it out. So I tried to kill the nettles with gas. So this gas bottle is from my forest cabin. I cook there with gas, and I've bought those gas burner. I had to wish for this tool for a long time because I liked the decoration that it created on wood. But now I try to kill the nettles with it. So it's not really that I burn them, it's more they are, yeah, it looks like amber glowing. But I hope that I can kill also the roots or a part of them, that it won't regrow so fast. So actually, like I told you, we have no rain, it's everywhere dry, and the danger of forest fire and everything else is there. Because of this I have at one side the water sprinkler, and at the other side the gas burner, and when I'm finished I water the place for a long time that nothing will happen. So this here is one of the areas that I've burned. As you can see, there is no green of the nettle over the earth, and I hope that I also destroy the roots under the earth, but I'm not sure if it really works. So, but if not, I just have to burn it each time they regrow, because if I do this long enough the plant will die anyway. So yeah, I hope it works also under the earth. but I'm not sure if the heat is enough. Can you see this movement here in the water? My youngest son told me, "Oh mama, you have to come, there are little frogs." But no, these are not frog babies. These here are mosquito babies. They love to breathe into still water, like here. And of course I don't like them here because I hate mosquitoes. There are only two solutions. Cover it completely, which is not possible here. Bring apple vinegar inside, which is also impossible because of the amount of water. Or bring movement into the water. This is possible because I could put some solar sprinkler inside, and if there is a movement, the mosquitoes will not sit down for laying the eggs. So I have to try that. So the last days I had a film stop because point one, the to-do list was so long, and the move-in day comes faster and faster. And point two, I had stomach illness, and because of that I was completely knocked out for several days. And so, because of these reasons, I've done a lot without filming, that I can move faster forwards. And because of this, I can show you a lot what I made in this time. But see it yourself. One point which was really necessary to create a solution was this tree. This tree behind me is a walnut tree, and walnut is poisonous for horses. And it's like this: is there enough food, enough meadow or enough hay, the horses will not touch poisonous plants, but there is no guarantee for it. Normally poisonous plants taste bitter, and because of this horses don't like to eat them. But you never know, and because of this I've created a fence around this tree, those wooden fence, and inside there is also a rabbit metal cord. I don't know to tell the exact name, so the horses can't feed it. It's the same with the nuts and also the leaves, but the walnut tree leaves are also a healing plant for a lot of animals, also horses, but it is also poisonous, so the doses, the amount of it make the poison. And because of this I just have to remove the leaves in the fall and remove also the nuts. But this tree doesn't had so much nuts since I know it, and cutaway was never a reason for me, so it created a beautiful shadow, and shadow is important here, and because of this, of course, this tree can still grow. Maybe you also noticed this detail because I've got my energy fans. So I thought I had all the materials that I need. I had the energy power station, I had those bands, I had the isolation parts, I had the metal fence parts. I thought I had everything that I need. But like it is when you have a bigger workspace, sometimes you just find out that you miss something when you are in the process. And so I found out, okay, how do I bring enough stability into this fence, because it's just hanging around. How can I do it better? Oh, here I have a gate. How I cut the fence and stop it without everything falling apart. You know what I mean? So in the middle of the building I found out that I need this, this and this. I have to buy it, and in this time everything stopped because I have to wait till I've got everything that I need. But now everything works, energy is on, and yeah, most people will say this wooden part here is enough to haul the horses in, but in the winter month when they have to spend a lot of time in there, I think I should make sure that they will really stay inside. So for example, this is one part that I've missed before, that I don't buy before. So how to create an end of the fence and also make a possibility for a fence. So I made the decision to use this simple and low-cost fence system. This is just a metal feeder which will come together if you loosen it here. Very simple, not a lot of money. So and this here is my fence. I also saved it here because if the horses want to go outside, of course here is the energy, but I also want to make sure that this here is stable enough. I can close this gate from the inside and also from the outside, so just where I am and where I want to stay the horses. This here is the cheaper possibilities, just the handles fixed on those fence band. So I used here those cow fence isolators. They are around 30-40 years old because at this property was cows before. So 30 or 40 years ago, and so from this time they are still there. So they are much harder to open, but yeah, still possible. And this here is just my area when I have to clean out the sheep and the chicken barn. Otherwise this gate here will be closed. This sweet yellow flowered plant is also poisonous for horses, but it grows in nearly every horse meadow around. Impossible to remove it because there is a lot of it, but if the horses have enough to feed, they won't eat it. It's sad, but today necessary. There are a lot of horse haters around which do ugly things with horses, and because of this I have a video solution. 1.5 weeks ago, here was still standing my shit tank, which was my water resource for the sheep over the last 8 years. It was directly fed here with rainwater from the roof and it works perfectly. But I don't found a safe solution for the horses, because if those tanks come in movement, a horse feet is break easily and I can't just let it like it is. I saw it and try and ask about help, but I don't find a great solution. Because of this I make the decision to buy such an EVC container, which you can buy with low money on several sites. I just checked that it was just used for food. So often they are used for oil, sesame oil or sunflower oil or something like this, and you just have to wash it out several times and then it's safe to use for the horses. So I just let water in for several days, let the water up, refill it again, and so like this several times, and now it's filled with fresh water, and there is also a solution for the horses to drink, but see yourself. If I remove this cup here or a horse drink and remove the water, it will refill for itself in a very short time. And I also can add something here to wash up food bowls or something like that. I don't fix one problem. one big problem. But I don't think so much about it because now in the summer it's easy. So, which I don't create yet is my hay area. So my plan was to build a hay feeder out of, what's the name? In German it's called Palette. It's where you can add heavy things to transport it. You can, with the tool, with the arms, switch under it and lift it up. It's called Euro Palette because it's a norm. So, okay. So my plan was to build it out of them because they are very cheap. And I want to create something where I can add the whole hay ball inside. Because if I am away and the person that had to check for the horses had it very easy and don't have to do things several times a day. Of course it's necessary to check on the horses each day and take care of them, but I don't want them to have so much work. My plan was to add the whole hay ball and that the horses can use this creation from the inside of the paddock and from the outside from the meadow. My solution for yet is this here. My plan was to add the whole hay ball inside. It had wheels. You can carry it, but I can only carry it when the meadow is dry and mud free. So, and then with help I am able to carry the whole ball, a hay ball or a lot of hay inside over the meadow. And then there are hay nets. You can add them just over the hay because horses are very picky, also like my sheep. If the hay lays at the ground once, they will not eat it anymore. And I hate to waste something. And with the hay net you can just leave the hay inside. The horses' feet are eating slower and then the whole problem is gone. But I also need a roof that it stays dry because if it's wet they won't eat it anyways. And the roof had to be stormproof and snowproof. Yeah, and now I had all the things it had to be, but now a solution how I can create it without spending so much money. There are stainless steel solutions to buy it ready from the internet, but they cost about 1,500 euros plus. So I'm a poor girl, I have to find something else. And I hope you have the best idea how to fix this problem. Oh my gosh, Icar! Tomorrow are the horses move in! Yay! I'm looking so forward to it. The most accidents with horses happens when you are on a ride or if you are in their box or in their paddock or in the barn, because there is not much space for each other. And because of this I have several ways to have an emergency run out. One is over the fence here, so you can easily climb over it. And the second, here inside of the paddock, is the walnut tree, the cover of the walnut tree, because I created a little bit like a tree house because I want to sit there with a book and watch the horses. And you can also climb out the fence this way. The barn is complete ready. I feel it very comfy with straw, but this is not the solution that I am searching for. And because of this mattress is only for a week. Straw looks great, it looks so comfortable, but it is very unhealthy for the horse's lungs because it produces a lot of dust. And it also takes a lot of space on the shit area. It rotten very slow and it costs a lot of money to have the balls here and remove the trash. It needs a lot of space and because of this, it's only my door. Because of this I was searching for a better solution that don't cost so much money. And I found something which is really great with low cost, low waste, and where you just have the horse apples as trash and nothing else. But it's only there next week because there is coming someone who sells it and shows me all of the future and shows me how to edit, and it's such a great solution. I'm very looking forward to it, and I will also let you know how it works in one of my next videos. So but let's come inside in the barn. So what I checked is that there are no nails inside of this old wooden parts, because yeah, it's just everything recycled and there could be old nails everywhere, and I checked 3 times that there is nothing left. I also soften all the edges that the horses don't get hurt anywhere, and I add this food bowls, which is missing now. What I have still there but not fixed it are just something to fix the horses on it while they are eating, because horses like to eat the food from each other, and I don't want that there is a possibility about anger about the food from each other. I don't want that anybody steal it or that they hurt themselves. Do you see this here? Here. This is one of my cameras that I added here at the paddock, at the fence, also at the meadow, because when I'm away from home I want to be sure that with the horses everything is alright. Of course it's not the same as a personal checkup, but if you are away, just to be sure. I also have this kind of system in my home because of the wooden oven. I'm just a little bit paranoid that something get burned sometimes, and because of this I'd like to check for several times. So this is no advertising because I've bought the products at myself. I then also get not paid for this. But yeah, these are Eufy products. I will add them in the video description. So because it's very hard to find a security camera solution with no what's the name, cloud or a day tariff that you pay monthly. You just have the Homebase and an app, and you can check it whenever you like without any extra costs. This here is some salt stone to lick for the horses. Salt is very important for horses, especially in the spring. And I also have mineral lick stones, which I show you now. These here are those mineral lick stones. Horses have really good instincts and they know if they have a deficit of any minerals, and because of this, when they are out for a walk or a ride, it could happen that they eat mud or earth because it's filled with minerals and they know that they need it. I have here those plastic gates. I only added 2 at this time because horses, they don't know it and they don't like to go through it. It is for isolation and also that the flies stay out as good as possible, but I just will add more and more that they don't get afraid because of them. And yeah, if they get in touch with it, I can close it completely. These are just plastic walls and they just hang at each other and closely complete. And I have here a great door, which cost a lot of nerves because I've got them from an old slaughter horse. They are stainless steel and they came with a fixing solution which has to be added in the ground with concrete. And I would need a hole which is so deep, filled with concrete, that I thought, no, this is impossible. And with help of my oldest son, I've got here a great solution, but see yourself. Imagine in your house is nothing even and nothing straight. When something fixed at this side, there is no proof that it also fixed a few centimeters apart, or that there is a difference from 15 centimeters. So like in my house, it's in the barn. Nothing is even, nothing is straight. Because of this, it was pretty hard to fix those doors. This door is from an old slaughterhouse. It's very stable. It's stainless steel, and my plan was to dig it in with concrete. It was impossible because of this. I have here a running cat, like we call it in Germany. So it just hangs here at the roof at a construction, and I can fix it here twice with such a thing, and also without fixing it. It's so stable. So look, I don't want to clean the barn when the horses are inside, and also I don't want to do it in the paddock. Because of this, the horse have to switch where I am for cleaning. At my last unbroken cold blood stallion, I do it in a small box with him, and now I don't need those adrenaline level all the time. So it's just, it could be dangerous, and I want to have everything as safe as possible. Because of this, here it is, extra gate. This here is the entrance to the house, and the horses should never pass this door, because there is no fence, and I just don't want to have them there yet. I have several possibilities to close this door from the outside. It's just easier for me to reach the mist barn if I'm inside of the paddock. And I also add here those sheep door. Maybe, but only maybe, I let the door open during the summer that the wind comes through, but I'm not sure if I really should do it. So there is also a second entrance, a second possibility to go out if something happens. I don't want to color everything in black that something bad will happen, but it's always better to be prepared for something, as in having a difficult situation and don't know what to do or no escape. This room is a hard nut for me, not because it's not finished. This here is the food camper. I have to finish it, and I will do it this evening. It's a little bit chaotic still inside. Now it's hard for me because of this box here. In this cartoon I have packed everything inside which is left from my horse Caruso, who died this month 2 years ago. He died from a terrible fast acting colic. He was dead from one day to another. And as I've bought him, he was 2 years old. Dandolo is now 1 year old. He's also a draft horse, so he will fit in his stuff very soon. And I've bought everything what I need to ride. The only thing that I don't bought was the saddle, but everything else I've bought for him. And then he just passed away so fast. I don't open this box for almost 2 years now, because it was too hard to remember everything. But now, you know what? All those stuff which I have in memory with bad memories because of his death will now be filled with good memories, because I can use it with a horse which is alive. And this helps me a lot. It doesn't remove the grief, but yeah, it's just a step forward. And I will pack out all the stuff completely alone this evening, and then I will finish this camper, and I hope that something terrible like that will not happen to one of my horses which I will have in the future or which I have yet. Psst. Behind the stray is the duck breeding. So she was breeding before in the old hay, but I have to remove it. So I ate her nest and her eggs and her and put it in a cartoon, and now I've put her behind the hay bales, invisible for all the bad animals, I hope so. And I still check the eggs and everywhere is alive in. And I'm so happy. I love baby ducks. I hope everything works. And these sacks here behind me is the stray for the barn, but I cannot fill it in yet because I've got a visitor to do this, that we can do it together, and he will show me and you all the features, and you will get to know what it is soon, very soon. Get to know what it is really soon. Honestly, I really cannot believe it that tomorrow the day of the bakes is there and the horses are moved in. I really cannot believe it that this dream come true now, and I hope everything worked out well. New friend, new horse friend, new area, new barn, everything new. I hope everything will be peaceful and worked out well. And yeah, you know, all the products that I showed you are down there in my video description. These are still called affiliate links, and I will get a little bit of money if you click on it and if you buy something. Maybe you find something that you really need and really want to buy, and then you can help me a little bit out with this. So I will get in touch with you when the horses moved in, and we will see us very soon. I wish you a great time and we see us. Bye bye.